when you're doing a tansao, okay, a lot of people throw a tansao and they hit with the back of their hand. So they'll do a tansao like this, and it's really wrong.
This was from one of our other videos, right?
Yeah.
Alan asked, when I practice a tansao, I feel sharp pain going through my metacarpals. Any tips?
Yeah, don't hit your metacarpals, okay? I'm going to go to the John and show you some of the stuff. So hopefully you're watching so you can actually see what I'm doing. Common mistake people do about tansao is they actually, I'm not going to answer for everybody, but a lot of people do tansaos wrong. Most people, they try to use their backhand to make the contact with a tansao. You shouldn't. One, you can feel the impact and it can hurt you. Two, under pressure, that impact can cause your wrist to bend. Now, I know they'll say, oh, you go over and you lay it down and they can't. It's like you're going out of your way to do something when you should be doing something that you should not go out of your way and just happen to have it naturally happen. So when you're doing a tansao, okay, a lot of people throw a tansao and they hit with the back of their hand. So they'll do a tansao like this, and it's really wrong. A tansao should be hit from the base side of the back of the hand, and you shouldn't hit into it. You should hit from underneath with the base, and you should turn your wrist into it. People shoot their arm into a tansao. A tansao should be hit and turn, and you will never feel that pain in the back of your hand. You'll feel the impact along the forearm, which is fine because they're supposed to take the hits. That's why you see boxing, Muay Thai, karate, anytime someone punches hard, they always bring their arm up like this, so they let the arm take the impact. These are very, very strong. You've seen people, they can break concrete with the forearm when they train and condition right. They're designed to take a lot of impact. Your backhand is not. These are not designed to take impact at all. So you shouldn't be taunting what you should be going like this and you're hitting into it. You should be hitting underneath and laying into it. If you're shooting like this, then you're actually teaching yourself how to go against the force. If you learn how to base it up and lay, you actually learn how to pop the pressure off and then learn how to bring it down so you can keep control of it. The arm's job to create pressure. It's the wrist's job to control pressure. People often use the wrist to control, to create pressure as well. So they'll do like this and they hit like it's a blunt object. It shouldn't be. It should be like a steering wheel. It should be steering energy. So you should be hitting a tansao from the base side and laying the hand. So if I'm doing a move, or let's say I'm going like this here, and I should hit here. So if I'm going like this, like this, like this, I should be hitting on and laying. A tansao is because of the way the wrist turns. Same thing with all intercepting hands, really. The arm is basically the same. What makes the difference is how the wrist turns. When you do a fook, when you do a pack, when you do a tan, a bills out, the base is still the same. You never see it really change. You know, it might adjust here and there, tweak a little bit, but not much. But the wrist, however, is what makes the change in the way you direct it. So if I do it like this, I turn my wrist this way. If I go like this, I hit and I turn my wrist this way. That's how you do it. But the base, the fundamental, the basis of learning how to lay a tan in a pack and a fook or whatever is hitting with the base with a drive and letting your wrist create the change, which is how you can hit very sharp into someone. Whereas if you're doing it with just arm, it's this big blunt object that you're constantly doing, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to create the turn of the wrist to create the directional change while the arm maintains pressure so they can keep that intent on the person, so they can keep the pressure on the person. But if you're constantly going like this and doing like that, then at some point you're turning away from the energy from the opponent, and then you got to throw it. Whereas if you do it like this and you do it like this, you'll always be able to create forward pressure on your target. So hit with a tan with the base side, hitting anywhere from the base side of your backhand to the forearm, not to the metacarpals. You do that, that's why you're hurting yourself. You should be hitting the impact from your forearm, hitting up and laying. So when you're hitting, it should look like you're laying down on it, not dropping down on it. The laying downs of the wrist, droppings of the arm. You don't want to drop the arm because then now you're really not controlling the person, you're trying to force the person. So hopefully you're watching, hopefully that helps, but that's really how you want to do a proper time.